P3. Describe the importance of a warm-up, cool-down, and exercise programs and sessions. A warm-up is important because it prepares an athlete both physically and mentally before an activity, exercise, or sport. A warm-up is used to slowly increase the heart rate as well as to increase the temperature of the muscles. A warm-up should also be specific to the type of activity, exercise, or sport that you are going to do, so that the muscles that you are going to use are prepared, as well as the type of energy system that you are going to use, so aerobic, anaerobic, or the lactic acid system. There are different functions to a warm-up. The first one is to increase heart rate, to get more blood pumping around the body, allowing more oxygenated blood to reach the muscles, which allows more energy to be produced. The second one is to increase body temperature, which increases muscle temperature, which also improves flexibility within the muscle, reducing the risk of injury. The third one is to prepare major joints of the body, which increases the range of movement, and also increases the range of movement, and the ligaments become more flexible, so also reducing the risk of injury. The fourth one is to mentally prepare the athlete for the activity, exercise, or sport which they are about to undertake. By warming up, they are able to concentrate on what they are doing and the moves which they are doing, which allows them to be more focused on the game or type of exercise or activity they're about to do. There are three main stages to a warm-up. The first one is a pulse riser, which is to increase the heart rate by doing a cardiovascular exercise such as running, cycling, or swimming. This normally lasts for about 5 to 10 minutes. During these 5 to 10 minutes, the intensity would slowly also increase, which gets the blood pumping around the body much quicker to those working muscles. Stretches would then be done. This helps increase flexibility within the joints as well as increase the temperature within the joints. This will allow the joints to reach full range of movement. The main joints that should be stretched are the shoulder, spine, hips, knees, and ankles. The type of stretching that is done is dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching is done while moving. This type of stretching is used in the warm-up because it keeps the heart rate up, as well as preparing your muscles more for the activity, exercise, or sport. Not only that, but it also helps increase flexibility. By stretching correctly, it reduces the risk of injury. This should be done for about 5 minutes. Examples are lunges, open and close the gate, high knees, and bum flicks. After this, you would do some mobility stretches, which is activation, getting your muscles even more ready for the activity, sport, or exercise you're about to do. Stretches such as using the band and around your ankles and going side to side, the glute bridge, and others. This would also be done for 5 minutes. And there are different types of warm-up. The aerobic routines consist of a pulse riser to increase your heart rate, get your blood pumping around the body quicker. So exercise such as jogging. Stretches would then be done such as lunges, a squat, press-ups. And then you would do something that would be more specific to what you are about to do, so the exercise, activity, or the sport that you're going to do. So for example, if you're about to play a netball match, you would practice your passes, all the different passes such as your chest, shoulder bounce, and overhead passes. There is also a general low repetition on resistant machine, which would also follow about the same routine. So you would use a pulse raiser to help increase your heart rate, which would also be followed by stretches. The intensity should decrease after the stretches have happened. This can be done by using weights. However, the weight should be on a low weight and should be done at a low weight at low repetitions. A cool down is very important to help return the body to its normal states that it was before, and it's done this by slowly bringing down the heart rate. A cool down is very important as it also reduces DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness, which often happens when your body undergoes very intense exercise which the body is not used to. So it can cause muscle pain and stiffness that is felt in the muscles several days after or hours. As a result of this, it can hinder the recovery of micro muscle fiber tears. There are different functions to a cool down. The first one is it helps return the heart rate to its resting state. The second one is that it removes any waste products that have been built up during exercise, such as lactic acid. By cooling down, it allows the blood vessels to remain dilated, which allows more oxygen to go through the muscles and helps remove lactic acid. The third one is that it helps return the muscles to their original state. So any muscles which have been lengthened due to stretching, a cool down will help the muscles go back to their normal length, as well as increase flexibility. A cool down is done in 2 stages. So the first one is a pulse. The first one is to lower the pulse. This is also done with a cardiovascular exercise, which normally starts off at high intensity and then slowly drops down to a low intensity, so that the heart rate is returning to its normal state slowly. This is done for about 5 minutes and can be done by jogging at first and then slowly going to a slow, steady walk, or it could be done as cycling as it's sitting down. You would then do some stretches. Stretches are used to help return the muscles to their normal state by helping any muscles which have been strengthened and lengthened to return to their normal length. Not only that, but it helps remove waste products which have been produced during the activity, exercise, or sport, such as lactic acid. You can do maintenance stretching, which is static stretching, allowing the muscles to recover and return to their normal length. You could also do developmental stretches, which are held for 10 seconds until it relaxes. You then hold the stretch again, however you hold it at a deeper level for another 10 seconds, and then repeat it again. This is to help the muscles which have become tight and short during the exercise. You would do this 3 times. You would then do P and F stretching, which is used to increase flexibility and range of movement, as well as improve muscle strength in a specific group of muscles. The muscle which is relaxed is stretched by an external force, which can be put on by your own body weight or by somebody else. The limb which is getting stretched would be extended until the person feels tension. The stretch should be held for about 5 to 6 seconds. However, you have to be careful you don't put too much force into the stretch, as you have to make sure that it's the right amount of force for that muscle. So, for example, if you have injured a muscle, you wouldn't put as much force. Once the muscle group has relaxed, you would then push deeper into the stretch for about 30 seconds. You would then allow a 30 seconds rest and then repeat the routine 2 to 4 times.